You're not from around here, are you? So I'm not. I was born in Puerto Rico, which is an island, like Cuba but smaller. So that's an island like Ireland. I'm delighted to be here. I live in Paris, which is in Ile-de-France, so that's an island too. Some people actually think Paris isn't part of France. I'm sure they're right. And the accent obviously is, any guesses?
German?
No, that's just clues. No. I grew up in the States, obviously, East Coast, New Jersey. So normally I talk like this, you see. So don't worry, the slides are actually in English, and so if you don't understand what I'm saying, all the words are actually on the slides. Let's get to the slides, and I'm going to kill myself shortly anyway. I'm going to be talking to you about our innovation alliances. This is a project that's been going on for over a year. We have about 7 or 8 months to go. We've come a long way. We have more to do. We have more to share with you. So I want to make you aware of this. If I do a good job today, you'll actually be interested. And if you're interested, maybe you'll visit our site. Our site is Innovation Alliance, pretty snappy.edu. And actually, if you go beyond interest, you might actually want to try this at some point. So let me jump right into it. I'm right here. This is a European co-funded project, so there are 8 partners, 7 countries. You can be proud of the fact that this is led by Louth County as the key partner. Sarah Mallon, who's the project leader, is here with us. One of my other colleagues, Joe English from Meath County, is here. And let's just jump right into it. I'm going to talk about paradigms, and I'll explain this in a moment, but let's have a little bit of interaction, because you've been sitting for a while. I would like you to do a very simple thing, and this will explain the word paradigm to you. I would like you to take your hand and just hold it out, palm down, like this. And what I want you to do is, with your fingers pointing in the same direction, I don't want you to move your wrist. Do not turn your wrist. I want you to go from palm down to palm up. I'll give you a few seconds to go. Ready? Go. No, you turned your wrist. No, you turned your wrist. No, you turned your wrist. Okay, that's impossible, right? No, with your fingers pointing in the same direction. I had to actually add that at one point because someone always comes up with this. But that's in the wrong direction. So here's the deal. We have a paradigm. That's impossible, right? Like alliances. Like a lot of things in life, it's impossible. Watch closely. Hand down, palm down. I don't move the wrist, I come in. Up, no wrist. No wrist, no wrist, no wrist. No wrist, and I'm up. Hopefully, your paradigm of what's impossible and not possible to do is just shifted. What we're doing with this project is we're trying to shift people's paradigms. Paradigm is nothing more than mindset. It's what we say we can do. They're very handy. It's a habit. That's the way we're supposed to do things. So we'd like you to think about that. That's the challenge I have for you. Ask yourself what your paradigms are. By the way, how many people here are SMEs, small business or even large business? By a show of hands. We got rid of all of them, okay. How many university research people here? Okay. How many people just came for the ice cream? Okay. Policymakers, politicians, people like me, consultants. We all have paradigms. They can help us a lot. Here's a couple of more paradigms. SMEs, they say this about themselves even. We're too busy. We're like the dog on the tricycle trying to do 5,000 things at the same time. We don't have time to innovate. Okay? In the center of the paradigm some of us have about universities. All they do is they crank out knowledge. They're towers, ivory towers. They go from degree to degree. They get to know more and more about less and less until they know everything about nothing. Okay? And we want to challenge these paradigms. We started doing this in another project called Support, and we're building on that. If you want, go to the Support project website, and that's still alive, and there's plenty of good information there. So very quickly, you've all heard of Malcolm Gladwell, the tipping point. He said this, I think we'd all agree with it. There's a lot of knowledge in academia, that brilliant learning sometimes gets trapped and it never sees the light of day. So part of our job is to help it see the light of day. And I want you to ask yourself, to challenge yourself to say, whatever he's saying, do I agree with it? Do I disagree with it? And your questions may be based on that. But more importantly, I want you to think about how can you use this information. When this project started, we had pretty much Louth County and Newry, all of you know, across the border. They have a long relationship of working together cross-border, and they started to put this project together. And some of the aims and objectives of the Innovation Alliance were these. Try to build collaborative relationships between HEIs and SMEs and policy leaders and other stakeholders, and try to do these kinds of things. Boost innovation capacity. So try to use our research, get it out of the universities, and also allow the universities to multiply the outlets so that they can get actual money. I think if you saw the presentation this morning in the main tent session, there was a very nice slide of research is money to knowledge, and innovation is knowledge to money. So we come back to the money, and that's part of growth and profits and so on. So that's the main objectives of our innovation alliances. We have a couple of things that we want to produce in the 24 months that we're working on this. We formed already 4 innovation alliances. I'll show you those in a moment. We have toolkits, so we're providing information and resources to make it easier for people to build these and make them produce results. We have best practice guides, case studies that we're developing. We have innovation training that we'll be piloting, so anyone interested in being a pilot, let us know later, okay? Let Sarah know, let me know, let Joe know, send us an email, visit the website, okay? And so on, okay? So, let me just very quickly go through, in the 3 minutes remaining, why this course of action. Actually, we brought a bunch of people together and we said, okay, you're SMEs, you're HEIs, you're policymakers, and for an entire day they went through these questions. What's a course of action if you do make an alliance? Okay, who's going to deliver? What do we need? How are we going to get them? What kind of results are we going to produce? When are we going to produce them? And actually come up with an alliance for action. Actionable insights, things that actually get done in our lifetime. Not so much about going to the moon, a little bit more about just get to the corner. And so we're providing a methodology, and we went through this an entire day with the people that came together to form the 4 alliances. And at the end, as you can see, they agreed on agendas with mini actions, actions that can be done in our lifetimes. And they actually signed a piece of paper. Now, signed a piece of paper. This is what it looked like. We had this launch about a month ago, mid-March of 2015 in Paris. This is the Centre Culturel Irlandais, beautiful building, close to the Sorbonne. These are all the people that came, the stakeholders, SMEs, HEIs, policymakers, and so on, and the entire team. And essentially, this is what we did. We started with consensus. People say, I like chocolate. They gusta chocolate. Ich liebe chocolate. That's in Romanian, you can try it yourself. If you get people to agree and start building some trust, that's the first thing. And this is perhaps a humorous way of looking at it, but it's a way to say you really have to have a common ground and start to point in the right direction. Great video that you can watch later. I suppose these talks will all be on the website, so you can see that. Take 3 minutes of your life. It's worth it. Very nice video, but more important, you see the energy that goes into this and people actually working together that one day. So, what are the 4 alliances in the minute left? The first alliance, the one I mentioned, was Newry and Louth County together. You're all aware of the cross-border issue, and essentially what they did, if you can read this here, it says, the hinterland cut in half, no longer cut in half, and finding effective ways to generate revenue, to generate growth across the border. And that was really the genesis of the other alliances. The alliances were meant to be different. Because they're in different countries, we have different requirements. The one in Spain is a software testing alliance. It's not cross-border, it's the whole country. In fact, it's been so successful, it's almost going international. So they've had a lot of success with SMEs using a testing tool that came out of the University of Valencia, which is the partner there, and it's going great guns. The one in Germany is a regional alliance. So Halle, which is about an hour and a half south of Berlin, is a fairly successful land, and they're using all the people in that region, bringing together university people and SMEs. And finally, a capital city. So the capital of Romania, Bucharest, the university there, the University Polytechnic of Bucharest, has put together a green or a sustainable energy kind of project. And they're using something that one of the professors at the university developed that won a gold medal. And they're using that to build upon and get their SMEs ready for Horizon 2020. So let me finish with this. And let me finish with a challenge to you. If anything that I've said is of interest to you and you think that you might want to find out more, visit our website. Talk to us. We'll be here for the remainder of the day. But especially keep this in mind, because this is what's going to make Ireland become a hub of innovation, what's going to help Europe improve its innovation levels. And this is what we're trying to do with this project. We're looking at a vision of the future that allows alliances to get formed, to grow well and quickly, and to produce real results, actionable insights in a real amount of time. The future is not someplace we're going, but a place we're creating. The paths are not to be found, but made, and we make them. And the activity of making them changes both the maker and the destination. So we know where we're going, but that may change depending on how well we do. So thank you for joining me for that part of the path. If you have questions, I'll be glad to take them. I don't know if we have enough time, but we'll be around. And I would urge you, especially to visit our website. Okay, so thanks for